Yo nerds, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Um, Today's video is going to be a bit well, no, I wouldn't say weird. It's just gonna be kind of different from the thing I usually do. Well, not really, but you know, it's returning of an old piece of content. Okay, so basically, you probably read the title, and it's basically an in-depth guide to scrap mechanic tanks. I have no plans to start it off, so let's start let's start with an old tank of mine. Basically, this tank is it's old, okay? It's an old tank, but it fires and it turns the turret. This is pre-update, so it's kinda I'm gonna upgrade that up, and okay, I'm gonna take that down to about 9. And I put a machine gun there instead of putting an actual aiming spot, like, bruh. Okay, anyways, this is not my first tank, believe it or not. My first tank has been actually lost to time, but this tank perfectly demonstrates like the very basic requirements for a tank, and I just wanted to get this in the first part of the video. So basically, this mostly depends on how you look at your tanks or whatever. Basically, tanks. By the way, I have tanks that use this chassis and the parts from this. That I still would consider like at least alright tanks. Anyways, this tank. Basically, it has a spot pack, which is, oh my god, I don't even know if you can say that this is spot pack. Holy shit. I fucked up real bad. So basically, I thought I was glitch welding and stuff, but I never checked like the actual connection. So what basically happened, because I didn't have mods back then. Oh, wait, there's a first-person sight on this. Gem. This tank's more advanced than I thought. Anyways, it's not that good though. Basically, I was using this old spud wall because I didn't have good glitch welding back then. But this is what a very basic tank needs: a basic canister gun, an alright turret rotation, and that's like pretty much all that you'd really need. Your suspension configuration is really up to you. Yeah, so after this tank, right, I built the PJAG series, which PJAG just stands for Panzerjäger. I don't know why I gave it a tank destroyer name. This is pre-update 2, so it has a lot of stuff. There's add-on armor on the front. This is a lot of versions later, but if I go back like B1, this still used this rare, like this configuration, which you could see on the simplifier. As you can see, it had pretty bad ergonomics, and for some reason it was only a 1-rounder, even though you could fit like a 6 or 8-rounder in this tank. The 8-rounder is a bit but I really was all for mid or either center or front place turrets. But one thing I learned from this tank is that you should always like after this like you should always consider like how many rounds can I effectively fit into this tank, because you don't want to fire and then get out, reload, and then fire. You can just fire and then fire a couple more times before you have to reload to, you know, just have more firepower. And then came the PJAG 30D, which is the most modern iteration of this series, which is I tried to upgrade it It's now a 3-rounder, which is not that good, but you know, it's better than a 1 or 2-rounder technically. So, anyways, and then the Clanker series, which this is just gonna be a quick overview on like some of my tanks and what I learned from them. This tank has the most variants of it on my list, like 6 times 3. Wait, I forgot how to math. That's like 18 variants. There's more, right? Probably. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that sounds about right, because it goes up to like 2 point. Yeah, it goes up to 2.8. Okay, so basically the first version and basically the second version. Let's compare them. So the first version has a thing that goes around the turret. I don't know why though. Oh right, for this, because I didn't. Nom, you dumbass. Anyways, I kept that in. Oops, let me put that on lift. I kept that in. That feature, it still goes around the turret, but it had a new function. It was holding for my extra turret turning things, because my suspension glitches, because it for some reason it was just not turning, bro. Alright, it was not turning. Anyways, yeah, there's a significant difference between these tanks. I also learned how to make a tank look very modern, like just make it look slick, like this. There's also some like partial part armor in this, like there's beams and then pipes and then wedges, and I'm pretty sure that armor is like mid-tier at best, but like lower mid-tier. Anyways, I'm not gonna go into armor. That's for a later video. Every topic, it's gonna be a long series. Okay. Anyways, basically, I learned from this tank to sometimes you just gotta start over. There's so many things in here. There are like, okay, turret traverse, okay. There's elevation, and it goes down by itself. It has a updater. I'm pretty sure it used to have like a laser sight. Yeah, right there, but it's just not there. If I just get one of those, get it up to max, like 10, like right there, and like that, like wait. Okay, red dot. Anyways, yeah. So this tank basically taught me how to make a tank look good and function alright at the same time. And this was like the biggest spike in my learning curve, like from the first to the last variant. And after this, well, no, while I was doing that, I made the Cracker series, which is just it's my to this day main tank destroyer line. Yeah, I could just load it like that. And it technically had azimuth, but it turns the entire tank. What is there like a? Oh, that okay. There's a thing right there. And let me okay, wire gun, boom. What button is it? Yeah, like it works. Yeah, and the Cracker series, I think the 1.8b is the last version before I kinda abandoned this series and started oh yeah, right, like after I finished this series I kinda didn't really play, and now I have like newer variant with all kinds of fucking armor on it, and it's on. I also tried to make one with a technically a revolving magazine, and it does that. After that, I went over to aircraft, and nowadays I don't really focus on like main battle tanks for myself. I mean, I started one with Barney, but these kind of stopped working on it. Uh, but I'm pretty sure we'll get it done soon. I hope. And let's start focusing on the. I've been recording for what 13 13 and a half minutes, bro, and I've done nothing. Okay, so aspects of tank building in scrap mechanics is made of a lot of things that you can do and you can't, or you should and you shouldn't. For now, I'll go over the basics of scrap mechanic tank design, which we have actually covered, but I'm just gonna go over it again to make sure everybody knows what's up. But I made a whole series for that, so yeah, there's that. Anyways, basically, what you want to do is you want to have a tank that's fast enough to chase after someone or run away if you have to. Also a tank that's that has good enough firepower, and more power doesn't mean better firepower, because collision oh, this would be so much easier if I actually had some something to build on. Okay, yeah, let's paint that green. Alright, and yeah, that should be like so. I and a lot of people, and it's very much recommended, functionality after looks. I can say that that is very true. At least I go by that, because honestly, you looking realistic or something is, you're not gonna win the tank battle unless you make the tank to look good or realistic. Well, then yeah, of course it's of course you're gonna go for that. But if you just wanna win, then don't. Okay, it's that color. And then I'm just gonna start building a tank, and every like thing I do, like new thing, I'm gonna explain why in a bit. I'm just gonna put a turret raiser right here. Is it centered? Wait, what? It's 4-4. Okay, that's a 9 blocks wide turret ring. Okay, this should be good. Okay, a turret raiser just puts, like, it just elevates the entire turret, like, slightly. And that is because there might be parts that are like on the turret and on the hull, and they're grinding against each other, and that's usually very bad. I fucked up here. And that's bad because your turret might get stuck and you can't rotate it, or your tank might spaz out because of that, or it's just laggy. So we're gonna put that on a controller, like that. I fucked up. Okay, just do this. Okay, that 15 degrees is a bit too much. 4 degrees, how about 4 degrees? You can see it's slightly elevated from the hole, so the parts might not be touching. So I'm gonna put that up to 6 degrees. Yeah. Next up is space usage and glitch welding. back like 2 years ago, it used to be like a big taboo to use glitch welding, but now it's kinda just the norm. And that kinda is because Scrap Mechanic has this issue of everything being way too big or something. Okay, that doesn't get stuck on the sides or anything. Okay, that's cool. That that is cool. And I think that you should always be aware of what else you might be having to put in your tank. And also I'm building this tank, but I very much recommend not doing it step from step. Basically, you want to know like if you have to place something there later. You want to plan out what you have to do. Alright, you don't have to copy me step from step, because if you just build a tank similar to this but not exactly like this, then that's gonna get you much better results in the end. I'm gonna make like a standard MBT, like old school style and stuff. Oh, that we're not using toilets. We're making a suspension glitch. And another thing regarding suspension, the sports suspension, the one that we're using a lot, is the good type of suspension, if you want to call it that. And the longer suspension, the off-road suspension, is the bad type of suspension, because that lags a lot. Okay, 8 degrees. Let's see, 8 degrees. You put turn speed up, that just, you know, there's less reaction time. Okay, it works. And I'm gonna add wheels now. Usually I'm going for small wheels, but that's everyone can decide which one they like for themselves. Themselves. Also, you really have to make sure your wheels are not touching. Because if they are, that could be a big problem. Because that's also gonna cause lag and slow you down a bit. So you don't want wheels to be touching. You want them at least a block apart, like this. This is 2 blocks apart, but that's only to spare on suspension, because suspension also lags. This one, even the small one. Using piston suspension is like kind of because that's honestly there's no point to that. Like, it's just way too stiff, and you might be able to elevate your gun, your entire tank, or just crouch or something, but I would not sacrifice my stuff for that kind of, like, I would not sacrifice mobility for extra features. Hell no. And that's gonna be one side, and now the other. Alright, so people will tell you that the front and the back wheels do not need to rotate, but I think that's fucking proper bullshit that they're fucking spitting, because they do need to be spinning. If you're climbing a hill, oh, voice crack. If you're climbing a hill, either forwards or reversing, your tank might get stuck even if you have good ground clearance, which is usually not a good thing. So now we're rolling. Alright, suspension. Okay, the suspension is a bit tricky sometimes, but the rear suspension, like the one at the back, should always be the strongest. Right, should be good. So now you see we're not doing any wheelies or something, and we have our 2 blocks of ground clearance, which is just amazing. Alright, I'm gonna save this as a YouTube tank thing. and I'm just gonna talk about some stuff here at the end of the video. I'm gonna delete this. I'm not really going to upload too much. Well, I mean, it really depends. I might just go on an uploading spree and upload like twice a day for like 2 weeks and then disappear for like a year. But I honestly, like I'm not gonna pretend like anybody cares about that. Like, and nobody watches these videos. I'm making them for fun, honestly. But I'm also really hoping that one day we can just expand the military community, because it's really fun, and more people that are interested in this kind of stuff should join us. And yeah, that's pretty much all. But yeah, I guess thanks for watching, and I guess see you guys in the next video. Well, I don't know. I'll be building the tanks turret and be talking about stuff related to tanks in this game. So goodbye, nerds.